Hey guys, it's Dan from DisneyInfinityCodes.com, and I'm here with a whole bunch of people. It's
Special treat.
Here with not Dave Mernick, with Sean Patton, who needs to update his Twitter profile picture. And then here with Troy Johnson. Do you want to make an appearance too? What's your toy box building?
Some guy.
What's your name? What's the name? What's your toy box name?
Crazy by Nick.
Crazy by
Nick.
Crazy by Nick.
It's been a really long week, guys. So and we're here to check out Chewy. Why did we not think about these purple capsules 4 days ago when we've been making these videos?
Because I work in the toy box all the time.
Yeah, right?
Seriously, trying to show off the special news and you never put those down.
No,
we were just
no,
killing
we didn't.
Agrabah guards.
We just got
And
See how long we
it
can draw
just
this thing
occurred
out.
to me. I was like, hello, why have I
Yeah,
not
why
using
have we not-
we put those in there
Should've
for
grabbed one of us.
that very
I need to
reason.
start giving
know,
you
right?
more alone time to think about these things.
Yes.
So who are you dropping down now? Some bad guys to blow
just
up?
to show it off.
So we're here with Chewbacca. We're going to show off a little bit of Chewy.
You should put a boss, dude.
So I did make sure.
We don't have the time for that. We're trying to make 3-minute videos here. Not
You can do it in 3 minutes.
I did
Can
make
you?
sure.
Wow, that's cocky talk right there.
Okay,
That's cocky
take down
talk.
these Agrabah guards, and then we're going to give them 3 minutes to take down which boss?
Any of them.
Any of them.
I'll do any of them. You give me Yoda, I'll take any of them down.
Can you create the logic connections to spawn a boss and then beat him in 3 minutes, or do you
Yes.
need an extra like?
No.
You just place the
You
toy
just
down.
place a toy. and
Oh,
you're
you
good
just
to
placed the toy. Okay. Sean, how's it going, man?
It's going great.
Sean,
Great.
can you tell the listeners at home what you're in charge of?
So I'm primarily responsible for no cookies. Oh well, I lied.
Sugar-free.
I'm good, thank you.
They're sugar-free?
Well then,
Then not one more then. Why
another
not?
plate.
I'm in California. Let's have more than one cookie.
I'm good.
Oh, but beer is good.
hey Matt.
Beer.
All right, Sean.
I think
Now
that's
Solie's joined us too. Who's,
Heyo.
if you don't know, Solie's in
How's it
charge
going?
of making all the decisions on all the characters. The final
Stop
IGP.
spreading these terrible rumors.
So if you want to find out what the new characters are going to be for Force Awakens, tweet them at Delt Soulman.
Everything about that statement I officially hate. I can already see. I'm walking over and Sonny's like, "Wait a minute, do you need anyone there?" No, you should be fine. And it's like, so I had to abandon my Twitter handle.
So give us a little. Whoa, that's a pretty sweet special. That's a pretty awesome special. All right, pass the controller. We're going to get a 3-minute boss beat.
3-minute box beat. 3 minutes box beat.
Hey, it's not unlocked?
I don't
All right,
know.
Sean.
I didn't unlock it.
Tell the folks at home what you do.
I'm the senior producer for digital, so my primary responsibility is all the iOS, Android, Amazon will be coming out as well. We'll be supporting
really?
Amazon.
Nice.
He doesn't
And
like sleeping, FYI.
yeah, not at all. And then I have Jason Moffat and I work on all of the PC stuff, so Steam, Windows 10, and then the PC download directly from our website.
I noticed that we conveniently left out Mac there. So thanks for that. All the MacBook owners,
It plays-
the largest growing platform out there, largest growing computer ownership out there, just leaving it out. I'm sorry, I just have to give them a hard time.
That's fine.
It works great on Parallels.
Do you have, if I email you, can you put me to the right model for it? Or no, Parallels is the virtual machine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I actually played
Do
it
you know anyone
Parallels.
who uses it crossover? Like, I can't find a decent model that anyone set up in order to
Oh, really?
use it. Yeah.
You know what? I am going to stick our QA on that just to see, and I'll get back to you.
At the very least, they could throw a model together that's optimized for it, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, we've talked about
So
it.
I like how
we've
we
talked
were
about it.
in the middle of a Chewbacca demo video.
You know what? I just showed off a bunch of stuff. Don't need to talk. You just show. Just watch. Just
All right.
watch. And
So, this is going to be default as Vader versus Yoda.
And mind you, Yoda. I mean, just look how many special move things he can store up.
He's OP.
'Cause he's got a
Oh,
very,
man.
he's got a very unique special move. That's just.
It's
awesome.
called the win button.
Yes.
Let Vader do his little intro.
I saw when you dropped the.
Just watch. Look what has happened.
This is awesome.
And so ended with Vader.
So is
Whoa,
Vader.
man! That wasn't even. That was like 20 seconds. That was less than 20
It's
That was
seconds.
Master Yoda.
Dude, I mean,
Well, it's the joke. Like,
but that makes it look like
JV.
Dooku is better than Vader, and Dooku's not even close to being better than Vader.
It's always the joke though. Like when JD comes back, he tells us about all these like secrets in here, where it's like,
Keep
oh, yeah,
getting
so-and-so,
more bosses.
Oh, they can totally destroy like this type of character. We're like, wait, what? Like
Give us
that's
a
happening?
little
It's
bit
like,
of,
oh yeah, try
give us
it
some
out.
block,
It's
give us some
happening.
ranged attacks. Now, when I'm seeing you dropping the boss battle, is that the area in which the boss will stay in, that large square?
Yes.
Yeah, and
So
that's
he won't travel outside of that.
yes, and that's part of the visuals there that we give you in the toy box. That's also the limit to where other pieces cannot be placed inside of it.
Okay.
Because you need that full area to not, to keep the boss battle from being inhibited.
Can you trigger a boss battle that summons Grievous, Vader, and Darth Maul at the same time?
You'd have to have.
We
You
just
have to
Yeah,
have 3 separate ones, each in their own area.
Basically, you're saying
What's-
that protection volume keeps you from doing what you used to do in The Sims, which is taking a boss and then putting couches around.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's cool. So it doesn't limit them. Solie, you want to tell the folks at home what you do other than wear a Pixar jacket every time you appear on the Toy Box television?
Well, yeah, you have to. I can't wear a Disney thing at Disney, and then you open up like a temporal vortex of disaster.
Were you here earlier when one of the stormtroopers wandered up into the Toy Box experience? He picked Iron Man to be his guy, and then he
Really?
held a Pixar ball. It's just breaking
Wow.
all the rules.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
So we had Iron Man.
Oh, that's more than 3 seconds. Oh, now it's over.
Yep.
So you just
Forget
keep
it.
spamming that special attack.
Yep.
And so how high can that meter go in terms of its
18.
18 is
Yeah,
18 is maxed out?
And it's different for each character
Oh,
based
okay.
on what their ability
Each
is.
character has different maxes.
So
Yeah.
you'll notice with each push that he has, Yoda basically flies
whack.
to a character or flies to an enemy and just destroys it. So
Gotcha.
with this boss battle, he just bounces around.
So
for
Yoda,
each
everyone,
different hit.
we all want to go out and purchase Yoda. Is what we're
Of
getting.
course, yes, that's
He's,
exactly
he's the
what
best
we're
character to use. Is his
So-
legacy coin?
So right now I don't have any,
Wait a
so
second.
I'll have to fight him normal this.
So yeah, notice that he doesn't have his full meter, so now he's gonna fight. So it's really this matter of if you can store up 18 of
Yeah.
the supercharges, special meter charges,
And to
then
be fair, like a lot of the other enemies, a lot of the other playables, it's a lot of area of effect.
exactly.
Yeah, so
he's
it's like
just
much
one,
less.
one
This would be
target.
a normal boss battle.
Can we just talk about how awesome Grievous is?
He really
It
is.
It is awesome.
Don't talk about how awesome he is too much because people then begin to assume that he's going to be a secret character. It's going to be announced. Oh, Sean Patton said he was really awesome, so it's definitely going to be a character. The internet goes so crazy.
Oh, dude,
Over the most ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't worry about that stuff anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I have to talk about I have to be honest about the things I love in the game, and if people want to extrapolate on that, great. But I didn't say it.
Okay,
Like,
so as y'all know, I do the silly power disc. What should Sean Patton's silly power disc be?
Oh god.
Some of you work with him in the same
It
office.
should be an
some of you work with him
iPad, probably.
occasionally.
be an iPad.
It's an iPad. He's the champion of the iPad, and he's like, and we're all talking about something going on in the game, and he goes, and how is it going to work on an iPad?
Oh yeah, that is an inside joke, definitely. Also, he hates the fact that when he was doing the Vita stuff, and
God.
I would constantly pull out my iPhone 6 and being like, yeah, it looks pretty good on my device. I don't.
So Matt, you worked on the Vita
Yeah, I did the Vita
in the
port.
port. Can you explain to everyone, on Dr. Troy, but this wasn't on camera, how it works in terms of the game is built on Xbox and PS4,
Yeah.
PlayStation and Xbox in-house.
Yeah.
And then you reach out to other partnerships
Yeah.
or other teams
Yeah.
in order to bring the game into the Wii, into the iOS,
Yeah.
into Android, and into the PC. Maybe those go hand in hand.
Some of them do. Vita in particular, like originally there was a belief that they were going to be able to leverage more of the iOS, because iOS has Metal now,
Yes.
which is the awesome thing Patton did on Infinity 2.
And it looks even better on 3.
It looks even better on 3. But yeah, so we thought we could leverage the non-metal assets on iOS, but we actually couldn't. We had to actually reduce it a bit further.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's so that was a jumping off point.
Metal is working better than some of the graphics on the Vita.
Oh god, yeah. The metal like
You have to forgive my
API.
ignorance when it comes to this kind of
Okay,
stuff.
the metal API is like legit. It makes the game look like a 360 game on an iPad.
Really?
Oh god, yeah.
To be fair, like
Oh, I spawned another one.
we
And there goes a mini
rebuy.
card.
there are things the Vita does absolutely better than
Like, hey guys, we're holding a media event. Why don't y'all vacuum? He's gonna get vacuuming and drive go-karts around. Because they were just driving.
one of the
You're picking up the box crate. Like, you are not seeing this at home. It's a dude in a wheel cart. Literally driving around.
imagine a golf cart with a pony keg that's sucking up air. And
Vacuuming?
yeah, he's back.
There's no vacuum for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you suppose that machine is? It's cleaning something.
It's got to be a vacuum.
Look at how, like,
Where you want?
Yeah, it's terrible.
here, hand the controller over to Solie and let him.
Oh.
Who do you want?
Let's put Kanan or Ezra down.
Do some rebels.
Yeah.
But to be fair, like every platform
Ezra's
has
awesome.
like unique hardware that needs to be, needs to be exploited, and there's some things that iOS did visually with their metal stuff that made it really easy for us to get to there really quickly, and the Vita did some other things, several other things better because it's specifically designed for games that we exploited in different ways. So every platform you kind of look at that. I remember going even back to like Xbox 360, PS3 development, and like how you built renderers or render engine elements or shaders like was affected on different devices, and you really have to kind of tweak it
So, for the listeners at
specifically.
home, what is the best? What system do you design it? You win.
I win! I'm officially the best at this game ever!
And he's down.
What system is the most optimal for me to be playing? Is 360 your flagship system?
I think, honestly, I think
Or
it's.
what's the term? What's the phrase?
Lead platform, maybe.
I
is
think
that
again
something
to
like
the
that?
point. I think different groups within when you have a large team like we do, different guys, the render guys will be like, oh man, I love this system because their render pipeline is so awesome and so fluid. While the programmers might be like, yeah, but I love the fact that I have continuous memory on this platform, and that allows me to do this and this and this. So it really, again, all of the platform holders, they're trying to make great decisions in hopes of appeasing certain elements of the game developer.
I think
And-
I found an issue.
That's the point.
Shouldn't he like reappear like a character does?
No, he put that. No, he
No,
falls
it's
to his
because he
death.
falls. Any AI that falls off the edge is
Done.
officially.
Yeah, that's no issue,
Right.
man. That's a toy box level right there.
That is so
strategy.
exploiting.
So
Are you
don't
kidding?
do boss battles on islands.
on tiny islands. Well,
Yeah.
how many other video games have I played where the strategy was make the bad guy fall off the side?
be fair,
This is strategy.
I think about half of Mario Party is based on it.
Yeah.
It's the mechanic in most of them. So I'm sure you certainly can't say any kind of date or anything like that, but is the iOS far away?
No.
Shortly
No,
after
we're
release?
we're doing really good. We don't say a date. People always ask me like, when's it due? When's it due? We don't say a date because we don't want to end up being wrong, right?
Yeah.
And we have the term fast follow console. Console is our flagship. They have a lot of deadlines that we don't have that they have to hit, right? Because they've got to sync it with toys and starter packs and all this type of stuff.
But I imagine you guys can leave some stuff out and allow it to be updates,
Yes.
which is something that the consoles don't have that advantage of.
Yeah.
Because there's not like a gold star kind of thing in terms of like iOS gaming, right?
Yeah.
It's a free for all. So ideally in iOS you can leave out the characters that aren't announced.
You could.
Oh, you could, but you don't.
But we don't, because one of the big flagship pillars that we stand behind is we want all of our platforms to be cross-platform. So you can make stuff on your Xbox 360, upload it to the Disney Cloud, play it on your iOS, right?
wow.
And that's a big deal to us.
Yeah, that is pretty great.
And as soon as you say
Not a lot
like,
of people can toot that horn.
yeah, as soon as you say like, oh, we're not going to support Ezra, and I'm playing multiplayer and I can't play Ezra, like I'm
Well, I meant
angry.
more so to like let's say the Force Awakens characters
Yeah.
that aren't available, haven't been announced yet. right?
Yes.
You can. It's not a matter of like those who like to hack into the codes of the game. You could just leave them out.
So just to that point, we are,
Yeah.
because we don't want people
People
hacking.
messing around. Yeah.
It's not worth it. If you're a hacker, don't hope to get the iOS version
Don't
and
even bother,
find
because
all that
you're
stuff,
not gonna find
because
any of it.
it's not going to be there.
Um,
Just so you know.
and what about is the Vita already getting a 3.0, or is that something that's going to kind of fast follow behind?
We're not going to do a Vita version this time.
Okay.
It was just, last time it came so far late, and then with this one, like, we really wanted to focus on like all the console stuff because, it went from, as we jokingly coined, open world to open universe, where we're going from planet to planet. We're just like, oh wow, like last time
Some
we
of
had,
this stuff won't.
yeah, some of the stuff won't probably
It's
translate well.
too big.
I don't know if it's too big, but we definitely we would have to do a lot of research to make sure to figure out how it would run the best it could. Because I mean, right now you've seen in the game where it's like I can go from Geonosis to a StarCraft, transition to space, do space battle, transition to Coruscant, and then do space battle, then transition back to Coruscant's like home planet. It's like, wow, okay, now we're gonna take that, which has a 7.8 gig disc, and we're gonna shrink it down to 4 gig on a cartridge.
Which just can't be done sometimes.
Well, we don't know. We did ended up not going down the.
Well, sorry. Talking about this. Not what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It gets some movement on the screen. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I kept forgetting you're not shooting. Sometimes it's a conversation that happens. Also 3DS. No more exploration of that. You're just gonna focus on consoles. And mobile. Yeah, at this point we're focusing on like consoles and mobile and like PC and stuff like that. We may go back to it. It was just this iteration we decided not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's all right.
It happens.
Because I'm not upset about it, and I think that anyone who really loves this game, it's not like I want to carry around my PS Vita and 14 of my characters, and my playsets, along with me. But it was certainly great, and all the collectors certainly ate it up for the
Black Spider-Man.
Yeah,
so beautiful.
Getting that done was epic. Bunker's like, man, I can't do another figure. We're doing so many for free right now, and I'm like, no, this is not a like, hey Bunker, like I'm gonna. This is like you have to do it because we promised it, and he's like, okay, fine. Yeah, you know how he gets when he's like tired. It's like so. It was just like he got to that point, but he figured out a really ingenious way of making Black.
Looking at a single terrain piece and a dude.
I know this is probably like the.
They're like, wow, why don't you do a podcast, people? Why are you videotaping anything?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it kind of turned into what should maybe have been a podcast.
Well, I'm more of a podcaster.
This is the 3-minute version, right?
Yeah. No, the people love this though. The people love this kind of conversation. So
yeah. I'm sure I'll get fired over it, so I'm not worried.
Oh, don't worry. When Australia's stuff comes out, I'm totally fine.
At the very least, just change your Twitter profile pictures all around.
You know what? I will.
Every time he walks up, every time I've seen him, I keep thinking he's Dave because Dave is. Well, no, because in his Twitter, he's bald.
I'm sorry.
Ow! Workers' comp.
Shelby, or the person with the flaming punch, if I remember correctly. According to your power disc.
Shelby Power Punch, yeah.
Yeah, so she has power punch shot.
It was intentional.
So are we gonna, and you might not be able to say, but are we gonna see like less power disc this go around? Is that the idea, or is it the idea that
you're talking to the right dude? Because he makes all the decisions on power discs.
Stop saying that. The people are gonna believe that, man.
So if you want a power disc added to the game, tweet him at DeltSoulman. Listen, I will play right along with everyone.
Wow, my eyes rolled so hard, people heard them break as they rolled. No. So we've only announced a couple. We plan on doing a ton. So I mean, it's like right now, it's like we had the first 3 that we announced, which was Twilight, Rise, and Tomorrowland. So okay, guys, like we decided blind packs. You said you don't like them. Are you cool with this? So they're like, oh yeah. So there's more coming down.
So that's the thing, right? Like, no more blind packs. We're gonna make them the ones you want. You go out and buy them. You show that that's what you really want, then we'll make more.
And at the moment, all that, I mean, there's certainly probably other power discs planned, right? I mean, we're not looking at.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, we're not just looking at those 3 packs and
No.
Okay, gotcha.
Absolutely not. No, it's like the same thing where it's like, oh, are these all the play sets and figures? No. There's more.
Will you give me the Sky Domes?
Oh. Tomorrowland Sky Dome.
Sky Dome and texture? Yeah, because it's like, you just introduced these fantastic toys in the toy box that are going to allow us to now drop in using our vehicles more. Can you explain to me what the limitations are that we can share vehicles but not weapons? And the thought process behind that?
So under the hood, they are just treated differently with the way they're locked and unlocked. And so at the moment, it was more of a, I would say, a technical hurdle that because, we were doing so much in the toy box that it was this request that came along so, like,
this music is so intense.
Pretty late.
Oh God.
It's like we couldn't get weapons in. Dun, dun, the systems are entirely different. Dun,
Well, yeah.
dun.
There's wheat below us.
So it's all based on the inner workings of how it's
So
programmed.
so what happened actually was, we got this community request that was like, hey, let us do this near, like, so close to the tail end, and we thought, that actually is a great idea. So we worked really hard to get the one half of the system with the power discs to work in those spawners, and I would love to see the power, the packs and tools.
But it's going to have to be kind of programmed a little differently.
Yeah. So they're different under the hood. So we were
Where are the fantasy terrains these days?
So they should be
right there.
Yep, right there.
I'm all about my mission in life, because maybe I need to yell at Moffat.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm doing it myself, so we don't have to yell at him.
You can yell. You have
There's a big lack of resources out there for folks who want to say, hey, here's the terrain disc, but what does this terrain disc do to my fantasy terrains? And so I'm in the middle of developing a full guide.
Actually, don't yell at Moffat, because I'm moving him over.
I'll point out on this one, Dan, there is a new template in the toy box.
I've heard that.
That is a collection of all 9 of these themable terrain, clusters. So you can just drop them all down at once, do theme all, and see them all there how they're going.
Yeah, so I'm particularly thrilled that you've just made all of the work I've done completely new.
Yes.
So
You're very welcome.
We got there just a little bit before you.
I mean,
That's actually what we sit down in meetings and try to do.
you still need
That's our
to
whole
have the
goal.
disc in order to see them, right? I mean, you don't see every terrain. You still need to have the disc in order to see what that terrain disc does.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It's only once you've got it,
Yeah.
you can then save off the creation after you put it down on the disc.
Can I have some?
On the
Can you lift up the terrain and put it back down so that it just redoes those? And get rid of Remus. He's just in the way now. You are like the most helpful person ever.
That is the least said statement about me.
So wait, can we just go a little bit for another second though about how he's always talking about how his iPad runs the game better than the platforms you've worked on? Is that what he's giving you a hard time about?
Well, no, it was more of like with the Vita, we were trying to crunch it down so far, so it would actually
You only had so much space.
We only have 4 gig.
and
that
so
was
a
big
lot of
deal.
things had to go.
Well, it was
or be sacrificed.
reduced was the term of the day. Like
Reduced.
audio and all that kind of stuff. So we had to reduce like audio and like graphical fidelity. Also, the Vita doesn't handle like certain types of shaders correctly. So all stuff you learn when you've never done a Vita game before. So
But
yeah.
also realize the Vita had a pretty awesome reader. Like, I'm pretty jealous
Bluetooth
of the
reader,
Bluetooth
yeah, it's
reader,
really
right?
cool.
Like
Yeah,
again,
it really is.
like I said, you're picking and choosing on every platform where you're going to spend your resources, and they don't have to. Their system doesn't also have to work on a 10-inch screen,
Yep.
right? So like we put our efforts into visuals a little bit more.
And so that's the tough part too, because now there's Vita and then there's PSTV. So I'm building it because the main home of it is the Vita. But if you do a PSTV, you can blow it up to like a 70-inch television, which, yeah. When
Oh,
it's
yeah,
when it
that's
yeah when it
huge.
yeah when it's on like a little screen and it's meant built for that, and then it's on a PSTV. Oh, you know what that
Dramatic
that is?
lighting.
That's
Time-
romance lighting.
Time for some mood music. Do you want to go back to the?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I was happy with it, how it came out. I mean, we squeezed 3 open worlds and the toy box mode all in there. Plus, we support all the toy box, like user-generated content, stuff like that. It was amazing.
Can I say that I'm particularly thrilled that you guys do this with these terrain pieces and turn them into kind of like a little bit of a platforming thing. It's something that kind of evolved a little bit into 2.0 and now is, I guess, clearly being used in 3.0. That you can actually interact with them and they're not just like a tree that you can't touch. You know, like Dino World is my best example. Some of those trees are all like definitely.
I don't know how you feel. I just feel like we're so much more polished on 3.0.
absolutely.
Like we took some great ideas on 2.0 and just refined them.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well,
and
you know,
and
really
it-
nice.
things like this, got to give props to the Toy Box art team, Joe Olsen and his team. They just kill these themes, just knock them out of the park. They're just awesome. I love what they've done. It's beautiful.
No, I'm sorry, I just gave your bag away.
Yeah, well, JB said that this is the end of the introductory period.
Yeah, hands down, that's a good way to put
And
it.
so now you feel like you've got a really great polished core set of tools.
Yeah, and not even just the tools. It's like because remember when we originally pitched like Disney Infinity like 4 years ago, it was like, hey, everything in the Walt Disney Company can come live in here, and everyone's like, okay, cute kid. Here's like Disney Pixar, and then they're like, well, where's Marvel? You didn't do Marvel. What's going on? So Marvel is 2, and then Star Wars. We have all the huge main pillars of the Walt Disney Company. So it's like, yeah, now we can focus like on feature film, or classic animation, or more on Imagineering, or on ESPN, or it just keeps going and going and going.
Speaking of, what is? It hasn't been announced, or can we even talk about it? What's the wristband unlock?
We can't talk about it.
We can never talk about it. Why do you even bring that
I'm
up?
sitting here with the toy box. If I poked around enough, I bet I could find it. But I got
Not on this save, I know for a fact.
Not without me turning off the device. Funny story. So I just put Boba Fett down. So we're all like, most of the game developers and us are like 30-something. Some of us more than 30-something.
Here comes our little bud. You can talk about him.
Well, I think it will be revealed tomorrow.
Actually, we just an Autopia car just drove by. I don't know if you guys heard that. We're very strongly themed
with the
here.
4-year-old very excited that she can drive.
Yeah.
Disney magic.
But so
Do they always make that smell behind?
Oh God, that's right.
So we're all in our 30-something. We're all very excited about Boba Fett. We know that Sony has an exclusive on Boba Fett for a bit of time. I was working with a kid today playing the game, and he was explaining to his friend how he should play Jango Fett. You should play Jango Fett. And I'm like, Jango Fett? Like, and we talk about this all the time. Like, there's a whole generation that is the Clone Wars generation.
Yeah.
And they look at that and they go, that's Jango Fett. Yeah, of course I say, who's Boba Fett? I don't even know who this Boba Fett guy
I know
is.
that thing just drove by, but do you guys smell that? It smells like a costume change disc. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, actually, the custom disc changed the way that they work. Is that usually it has to be like, if you change the costume, it has to be the same character.
Yeah, do Luke.
Oh, is that the rule?
It's a particular rule.
That's a rule we've at least followed so far.
So far. It's
Yeah,
3.0
so-
though. 3.0, all the rules out the door.
Breaking all the
Yeah,
rules.
No more approvals from any of the sponsor IPs.
Yeah, so that's why, for example, the Iron Man custom disc
Actually,
is
I like this
the one that it is in 2.0, because at first it was, okay, let's do War Machine, but since War Machine is Rhodey,
Yeah, it's a more
it's
radical
a
change.
different character. For example,
So that's interesting. I didn't realize that. That's something I don't think I've ever heard. So that's a cool little rule. Nice little. But it's good that you guys maintain that kind of like. It's great that you guys have that direction and you have these core set of rules, and this is what we do, this is what we don't do, and you stick with them. Sort of.
yeah, but
And we listen to our community.
Yeah.
And we're very soft-skinned,
So you
and
say-
anything you put on Twitter, we respond to, and we get very upset.
So if you want a
got
costume
feelings.
change disc, tweet Matt Solie at Delta Soulman.
Whoopsie.
Yep.
No, who do we tweet though? Just
No.
tweet Disney Infinity.
Yeah, tweet Disney Infinity. You can like.
Can we
put
hashtag
me-
our Disney Infinity with ideas for power discs and stuff too?
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah, I assume so until they tell me like it's a bad idea.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, no, it's definitely. I mean, trust me. Like when we come up and sit around doing power disc stuff, I mean, the Avalanche guys. What was it? For free? It was a couple hundred in an Excel spreadsheet, and then like we had a couple hundred.
Boy, I'd love to see that spreadsheet.
It's very nerdy. Well, it's funny because we basically both did this. It's like your list is too nerdy, and it's like, are you kidding? You see what you put on your list?
What everyone out there has to realize is, hardcore a fan as they are, they're absolutely a hardcore fan if they're tweeting us
Yeah.
about their desires in Infinity, and we appreciate that.
Oh, damn.
You have no idea the
Yes,
team
yes.
and the fights we have, because we're
Oh,
hardcore
boy.
fans too, right? Like,
Yeah.
Boy, even just like, for example, choosing toy box pieces or set pieces, like even then, man, we should have the Johnny Appleseed cliff. No, really, that was an actual discussion whether that should be in the toy box or not. Yeah,
Just
but
me, did that guy just slow down as he passed?
Oh, I've given him so much crap for 2 passes, like he totally did.
Now he knows.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
oh,
he's actually off his shift now. Now he's just
Yeah,
like,
no.
that
If you
main
remember
producer's gonna
the most,
yeah.
the most like what the heck like power discs to me was Gus the Mule from 2.0. I still don't know where it comes from.
what?
He kicks field goals.
Oh my goodness!
It was what was
You-
it, 1960s?
Yes,
So, yeah, feature
Gus the
film.
Mule.
I don't know.
He kicks
It was
field goals. He's a
during the era
field goal
when, like,
kicking mule.
Kurt
Well,
Russell was doing
it-
films like the computer wears tennis shoes. It was during that
Yeah,
era.
no, yeah, it was Kurt Russell when he was like Curdy or something like that. They didn't even call him.
Little Kurt.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, in the
Way-
levels of
way before
discussions when it comes
Snake.
to discussing power discs or stuff on the disc, it gets
Point
that
where you're
low.
like, we've got the mechanics to make four-legged mounts, so let's just find some other four-legged mounts to make.
Not necessarily. It's usually like there's a reason like we put stuff forward. Like it's like something that we like internally or like a group of us like. We're like, oh, we should do X. Like
I'm just keeping the visuals changing, people. I'm just keeping the visuals changing.
I mean,
Sean Patton, keep
Frozen
it
is
going.
big, okay, but also Sven in the movie is a pretty cool mount.
He looks, Olaf looks so, serious right now.
Yeah.
Holding the gun.
That's what
He's like,
happens when you have the gun.
this is the power of the toy box. All of a sudden, warm hugs.
Oh, have
no
you
longer-
held the attack button?
Oh yeah, his block breaker. We really enjoy this.
Only in the toy box.
So, here's a question. And this isn't going to come out until after they already come out. But tomorrow after the announcements, will I be able to come back here and play with them?
Yeah,
That's a
that's
wonderful
a
question.
hugely loaded question, and I can't answer it.
This isn't going to
honestly.
come out until tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I
But
got.
regardless of that, I'm not asking you to say anything, but I'm just curious.
You gotta wait and see for tomorrow what it is.
Okay, sure.
So,
That was a very diplomatic answer.
Yeah, it's a
dude,
very
I've
different.
main produced so many diplomatic answers over the years. It's amazing.
Should I make you a diplomatic answer, Paradise?
Oh no, yeah.
Only, well, if that's the case, we're going to have like the Disney Infinity Team power discs. So we have the diplomatic answer, the deep bench power disc,
Yeah.
matching,
We totally need
matching
deep bench.
socks power disc.
I saw that
just
one.
for
I might do
Elsa.
Deep Bench as a digital exclusive. If we're not
Oh,
going to
man.
get it.
Just
No,
drops
no.
a deep bench.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
I mean, I remember after that interview came out, within the day,
Oh,
somebody
God.
had already made several deep bench toy boxes,
Oh god, yeah. It was crazy.
and it was a deep one.
I think we need to start wrapping up here.
Yep.
So,
All right,
yeah.
guys. Thanks for
All right, that was
thanks for watching what started
that
as a
was a-
Chewbacca demo and turned into this.
Philosophical discussion of
turned into this
power
Matt
discs.
Solie will not be employed
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Discussion.
Turned into fireable offenses on multiple fronts.
We love our jobs.
No, you guys didn't say anything bad.
I know.
You didn't say anything that I would go home and write a special blog about it. Which I guess is good. There's nothing
Yep.
you said that has already been said.
True. I did okay then.
Yeah.
Can I point out that Matt Solie is one of like 5 bearded people up here now?
I know. There's very few of us that are like running around,
Yeah,
so
we-
I'm like very happy.
I
About
was
that.
so sad Sean Miller was like here for a second and he was gone. I was like, you see
Oh,
his
he's a
beard,
beautiful beard. No, he's a beautiful.
The dude
he's
is a
beautiful
pirate.
Wookiee.
You guys
Like,
didn't see the toy box. My beard was like 3 times as thick.
Oh,
And I
wow.
just, right before D23, I went home. I just trimmed it. It's like, my beard's too big.
Oh, man.
I gotta trim it. It's too big.
No,
I'll do
no.
that when I get home. My trim has
Yeah.
been at home for the last like 2.5 weeks. So
Honestly, my first thought when I saw Bill Simmons is like, he's a Wookiee.
Yeah.
No, because beautiful hair, beautiful beard.
it was a pleasure.
Pleasure.
I'll see.
Thanks,
We're gonna
Sean.
probably hang out in the lobby.
Sure.
Yeah,
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.